everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining us for our Wednesday webinar today when we're going to talk about ParentSquare and Canva. I'm really excited to be here, so I'm not going to take too much of your time. We'll get started. I just want to remind you that at the end of our Wednesday webinar, I will put a link for you to claim your Illinois PDH. Also, when we have time for questions at the end, we've noticed that a lot of people feel more comfortable asking questions if we stop the recording. So we will stop the recording before your questions, designated question time at the end, and that way you can feel as comfortable as you need to asking those questions. All right, without further ado, I am going to throw it over to one of my favorite people, Amber Hefner, and she is going to do introductions and get us started.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. I appreciate it. I'm excited. I feel like I'm back home. So thank you so much for hosting us today. I am Amber Hefner. I am Director of Customer Advocacy at ParentSquare. And I'm excited to make a quick introduction to one of our Illinois sales leads, Stacy. Stacy, go ahead.
Hello, my name is Stacy Watt and I have the privilege of working in Illinois with districts that have 4,000 students or less. And I work with my colleague Amy that many of you have met, and she has 4,000 and above enrollment in Illinois. And we have loved working with each and every one of you.
Thank you so much, Stacy. You all are so very lucky to have Stacy and Amy covering the state of Illinois, because they are just absolutely wonderful people who very much advocate and support those that they work with. So we're excited to have them. Amy may be able to hop on. She's actually on a demo right now with another district. So we may be able to say hi to her later. But with that, obviously, you're all here and ready to hear the great content that our amazing engagement team has put on. So I am going to now introduce and turn it over to Ivana and Tony.
All right.
Yeah, let's go. So super stoked to be talking to you all today. My name is Tony Williams. You can hit that next slide, Ivana. Thank you so much. My name is Tony. I'm coming to you all from upstate New York. I'm with ParentSquare, and I have been for just shy of 2 years. I'm an engagement manager, but before that, I was a tech admin in my district. I was a regional trainer, and I was also a classroom teacher. And I'm joined by Ivana. Go for it, Ivana.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ivana, and I'm joining you from Port Richey, Florida. Before coming to ParentSquare, I was an elementary school teacher and a school administrator, and now I am a training specialist.
Ivana and I are going to take some time today to talk to you about two products that play really, really well with each other. One of them is ParentSquare, and then the other one is Canva. We're going to start by talking about a little bit of what Canva can do. And just so you know, Canva is 100% free to all educators, admin, staff, anybody in a school with a verifiable email address can have access to tons of free content. That means your students get it as well, and it's all copyright free. And go for the next one. Oh, perfect. So Canva for Education is an all-in-one visual communications platform that includes docs, infinite whiteboards. Thank you, Ivana. Well done. Presentations, social media posts, video editing, print materials, and so much more, all at the cost of free $99, which is my favorite price, for sure. It launched in 2020 to a really huge positive outcry, and it's used in over 190 countries right now. Like I said earlier, it's 100% free for K through 12 educators and their students as well. Cool. With Canva, it gives everybody the ability to create, collaborate, communicate in a classroom, and really transform that classroom experience. In the digital age, so much of what we create has this strong visual component, and Canva addresses this beautifully. So a lot of folks will ask us sometimes, like, if I submit my email for a free educator's account, is it the same as the pro account? And my answer to that is that it's like the Pro Plus account. because not only are you going to have the same capabilities as somebody who's paying hundreds of dollars a year, but you're also going to get ed-centric, specifically curated school content in over 70,000 ready-to-use educational templates, which you can click to edit, save, reuse, and so much more.
I think too, one of my favorite things, and you mentioned this too, Tony, was the copyright-free images. So many times as teachers, we're looking for those images to throw into our worksheets or throw into our PowerPoint slides. And we don't want to, take anybody's intellectual property. Well, when you're using Canva, you're able to ensure that that graphic or that template that you're using is able to be used without any copyright or any concern. So just gives you that peace of mind.
Well stated, Ivana. If your entire district downloads or gets on if your entire district gets on Canva, you're also going to have access to what's called a district brand kit, which is going to ensure a consistent look and messaging across all of your creations. I also just want to let you know that if you do get this educational license for free, you're going to get access to just a ton of pre-made, really solid content. I want you all to think of teachers pay teachers, but editable, and it's free. And the next. So we're going to walk you through the process in just a little bit, but if you want to get jump started, now's a great time to do so. If you want to check out those free accounts, make your way over to canva.com and then claim your free account, your free basic account, and then we're going to show you how to get verified. Once you're verified, it's going to unlock all kinds of potential, all sorts of tools that you can start jamming with right away. Go ahead and scan that QR code if you'd like. And you know what? That you're cool, Ivana. You can keep going. We're going to show you that QR code a little bit later too, just in case you missed it. All right, next slide. So we are from ParentSquare. Ivana's been using Canva for a lot of years. I've been using Canva for a lot of years, and I've also been using ParentSquare for a lot of years. And word to the wise, when I was in district using ParentSquare, communicating, engaging with my families, I always used Canva inside of my communications. It just fits so nicely inside of ParentSquare. If you're a little bit unsure of what ParentSquare is, I want you to imagine it like this. ParentSquare is one central tool for all school-to-home communications and more inside of one platform. So basically what that means is I want you to kind of envision everything that is communicated from a school to a family. And I also need you to understand that you can do all of those communications, phone calls, posts, alerts, direct messages. You can send home report cards. You can do so much inside of ParentSquare, fill out forms, permission slips, payments, and the list goes on. So what we're doing for parents is we're allowing them to kind of find all of their communications in one spot. Next slide, please, Ivana. So before ParentSquare, as a parent, it's kind of tricky to figure out where I need to go to find information about my kid's school day. But with ParentSquare, it's all right here, all in my pocket, always there for me to scroll through, respond to, and then engage. And with my kid's schooling right here, it makes it easy for me to be an involved dad. And when I'm an involved dad, the likelihood that my kid is going to exceed goes up. Some numbers for you guys. So we are in 49 states. I think the one holdout is West Virginia. Where are you at, West Virginia? We're in well over 15,000 schools. We have 7.8 million students. Oh, and we translate automatically into over 130 different languages. That is so slick. You don't need to select anything. You don't need to choose the language. It does it for you automatically. That 98% customer retention rate is old. It's actually 99%. All right. So it's important to note that ParentSquare works really, really well from the app. So you can see on my screen, that's how I ParentSquare as a dad. But it also looks really wonderful in a web browser too. In both of those instances on the app and here on the web browser, you're all seeing examples. Thank you, Ivana. Examples of Canva graphics that I've used inside of my communications to draw my parents' attention to my messaging. A little bit of motion and a little bit of color and some smiling kids are going to draw your parents to your communications, get them involved.
And I don't know if you noticed what there's also movement inside of this image. So you can see the maple syrup, and Tony's our maple syrup guy. So you can see it dripping down, just draws your attention just so slightly to the image.
If we have any people in Illinois who make maple syrup, I got to make this distinction. That is sap. You're Floridian. I don't expect you to know that, but that's okay.
No, we don't have maple syrup here.
a little bit of motion is going to draw your folks in. It's not only going to just draw them in that first time, it's going to make it easy for them to come back and find that relevant communication that they're looking for. Because this one, with the motion, the color, the fun imagery, it's going to make it really easy to stand out in a feed. All right, now for the exciting part. This is where we smash our two incredible tools together and create something really sensational and really, really cool. So we're very excited to announce that ParentSquare has partnered with Canva, and we've got something really, really special. So I'm sure that we've got some parents in the crowd. I'm gonna just let y'all know that I have two girls. They went back to school today. I know for a fact that this year is not going to be any different. When I come home from school and I say, what happened in school today? Almost inevitably, they say nothing. I know that this is not true. There's incredible things happening in their classrooms, but oftentimes those things don't go from the classroom and make it all the way to the house. They don't make it to dinner time discussion. With ParentSquare, parents are keyed into what's happening in the day-to-day lives of their children. And I'll be honest with you, when my kids leave, I am always wondering, are they happy? Are they healthy? Are they content? And are they engaged in learning in their classroom? With ParentSquare, I know that they are. And because I know that they're happy and healthy, I'm more liable to be a partner within that class. That's my daughter, Etta, from her kindergarten, Royalty Day. Okay. So I'll let you speak now, Ivana, go for it.
Yeah. So as Tony mentioned earlier, there are over 70,000 templates inside of Canva. So when you go in there, it could be a little bit overwhelming if you're unsure of what to pick. And there's so much, whether you're an educator or just in there looking for something. So with our partnership with Canva, we have created some ParentSquare templates to help you narrow down your search just a little bit. These are templates that our team has curated specifically for our ParentSquare audience, just things that we know as users of ParentSquare that are going to be easier for you to just grab, edit for yourself, and then be able to utilize them and plug them right into your posts or your messages inside of ParentSquare.
Yeah, and you know what, Ivana? It's important to note that ParentSquare can be a media-rich platform if our users allow it to be. And with Canva, it makes it super, super, super easy. Shall we show them how we can impact the ParentSquare platform with Canva?
Let's do it.
Let's go. Cool. So here you can see that we're not just including Canva in our messages, we're also making logos, we're making profile pics, classroom headers, and this super cool signature block at the end. There are lots of different ways that you can incorporate graphics and movement into your communications that are going to draw your folks in. Let's talk about some of those. Oh yeah, before we do that though, Ivana, one of my favorite uses of Canva inside of ParentSquare when I was in district was to create my YouTube thumbnails. You know, since COVID-19, everything is live streamed nowadays. If you're looking for a snazzy YouTube thumbnail to send out to your folks, I suggest creating one inside of Canva. And then you can reuse it for your actual YouTube channel. All right, let's talk about creating a custom logo for your school community, complete with your proper hex codes. Want to take this one, Ivana?
Yeah. So inside of the different templates and even inside of Canva, you're going to be able to find all of these different logos that you can customize. In addition to that, just like on the ParentSquare platform where you can put in your hex codes for your colors, you can also do that in Canva and bring those colors directly into your logos to design something really beautiful. This isn't just limited to your, school. We've seen it used quite a bit for athletics, where people will create an athletics logo, make it look really nice, and you can put different elements in it. I know Tony's created one for softball for my demo site, and it looks awesome. It's the logo with the two bats. So just thinking of those possibilities of what you can plug in. And honestly, and we're going to talk a little bit more about this in a minute, but especially on the app, when you're using ParentSquare, it just makes it come to life, because this is, again, it can be such a media rich platform. So when you're looking at it on the app and you have all of these colorful elements, it just really makes a difference for your families. And they're going to want to come back time and time again to see what you've designed.
Oh, for sure. And just like for full disclosure, everybody, we're using Canva Present right now, which is maybe, like, in my mind, the most interactive. Give them a little confetti. Can you give them a yes? So this is a cool way. If you've never used Canva Present, if you're kind of stuck in the Google Slides or PowerPoint, Canva Present offers a really interactive, really fun presentation tool. So one of my favorite ways to use Canva inside of ParentSquare, one of my favorite ways in general to use Canva, is to create really cool profile pictures. Now, if we take a really close look in here, and the importance of a great profile picture cannot be overstated. Let me tell you why. Oftentimes when folks get on your school website, they get on your Google Classroom, they get on Canvas, or whatever your LMS is, their first impression of you might be that little profile picture and perhaps a small bio. So let's give the people a fun, smiling image to check out. I want to show you something though. If you look really closely at the profile picture in the upper left, where I'm kind of like holding fire and electricity, and then if you look to the right, where I'm kind of like dressed in that pompadour looking thing, I just want y'all to know that Canva has some artificial intelligence baked in. And for this one, can you just like circle the one with me with the fun hair, not thinning? Okay, that one, yeah. So for that one right there, I used Canva's magic editor. With that magic editor, I basically painted out anything that I wanted to get rid of. I painted my head, I painted my clothes, and then I typed in Shakespearean actor with long flowing hair standing on stage. Canva created this crazy and cool profile or image of me, and it just looks really, really incredible. And I think that my students would like it too. And I also noticed you're holding a sloth.
I did. Yeah, I did something similar. And I've never actually held a sloth in my life, but with Canva, I was able to put that in there. I'm actually wearing a ParentSquare shirt. You can see in the picture behind the sloth. But yeah, you just put in there and I'm holding a sloth. And I think this is great. I'm a former elementary school teacher. We used to do thematic different units during different times of the year. So you can go in there, throw your picture in, use the AI, and put, hey, we're going to be learning about space this time of year. You can add that in there, put yourself in a space suit and change it inside of ParentSquare to add that element. And I assure you, your family's kind of like, where's Waldo? Or, they'll be going on there trying to figure out where you're coming from this time.
Yeah. And like, to keep in that theme right there, kids love this type of thing. I'm dying for you to show them the next slide. Go for it. So when you think about teaching, teachers are always changing. They're always sort of evolving with the curriculum. Imagine that with just a few swipes of your mouse, you can be wearing a Superman suit. You can be in space, or you can be like Ivana on the top of some snowy peak. Were you really on that snowy peak, Ivana?
I was not. That's the same sloth picture, just with mountains in the back.
Really?
And I always get on my soapbox about the profile pictures and bios inside of ParentSquare. I think you know that, Tony. So I love that you can change these pictures and create such really cool elements inside of Canva to really bring that profile picture to life.
For sure. We're in back to school season. I'm meeting my kids' teachers right now, and these are some of the things that I'm looking for. Another one of my favorite ways to use Canva inside of ParentSquare is to create these headers, these classroom headers, and then insert them at the top of each one of my communications. Why is that? Well, one of the reasons is that our parent research tells us that sometimes parents get a little sick of hearing from the district, the school, and also from departments, but they love hearing from their classroom teachers. They love that like touch point, that connection. When you're communicating with your parents from the teacher level, this really helps because it allows me, the dad, to pinpoint those really important classroom communications, find them, read them, and also if I, let's say, put ParentSquare away, I can come back and choose this one really quickly and easily. Imagine scrolling through a social media feed that had no images and no movement. This is what we want to avoid, for sure. Oh, yep, go ahead. And finally, not finally, but my next example is this really cool signature block. Another way to differentiate your messaging from others. This example and the example in the other page are on our ParentSquare Canva curation page, which we're going to talk about really quickly. And I also want to just let y'all know that we're showing these graphics inside of ParentSquare, but this particular graphic, if I wanted to print it out, would make for a really incredible business card. So yes, it works beautifully in ParentSquare. It works really beautifully everywhere.
And I also want to say, because I've created some of these for my demo account, again, former elementary teacher, I have to throw my little sparkle into everything. I love incorporating my Bitmoji in there as well. So in the place of an actual picture of myself, I'll put my Bitmoji in and use that as part of my header or my signature block. And it even creates that even more fun element.
Everybody loves Bitmojis. So when it comes to things like actionable items inside of ParentSquare, we can engage with our parents in a number of really effective ways. One of my favorites is this forms and permission slips. So I want you to envision that you've got a class field trip on Friday. You need for those field trips to get back by Thursday. That's tomorrow. Let's send it out in ParentSquare. It's quick, it's easy, it's in everybody's pocket. And let's add a little bit of vision, or excuse me, a little bit of movement and some graphics in there that are going to draw our parents' attention. Here, you can see that not only have I created this really cool graphic, I've added a little motion to it too. So like Ivana said earlier, she likes to leave her sparkle. Well, I guess kind of, maybe so do I. It's a different sparkle, I suppose. This particular graphic is not only going to draw my parents to it, it's going to make it really easy for them to come back to it. And it's probably more likely that they're going to interact with it too. Excellent. Let's show you how to get started. Go to canva.com and click sign up. Once you've got your free limited account, you're going to go to the upper left-hand corner, click education, then teachers and schools. This is important. Once you've clicked that, you're going to click Get Verified. At the top of your page, Canva's going to ask, what will you design today? Search ParentSquare, select templates, and you're going to have access to almost 50 curated, ed-centric, ready-to-go, ParentSquare ready graphics and templates. You can scroll through, find thumbnails, field trip events, logos, and all of these are clickable. If you click one, you can scroll through and find maybe something that might be more your taste. All of them look pretty good, but I like this one, so I'll customize. From there, it's as simple as plugging in any additional information and editing out anything you don't need. Saving is just like saving anything else. We're going to name it, then we're going to click share, download, and that's it. Now it's on our hard drive. You can also download to your cloud storage and that type of thing. Inside of ParentSquare, though, we've got our post ready to go. All we need to do is click Insert Image, double click, and add it. When we're ready, and this post is ready, we'll just post it out. Let's see what it looks like from the parent perspective. Here, we can see that with a little bit of color and even some motion, this story is told at just a glance with a really incredible, very easy Canva design. Pretty slick. Let's talk about some ways to get started. Go for it, Ivana.
Okay, so we've got tons of ways that you can connect with us at ParentSquare. If you are a ParentSquare user, I know we may have some on the call today. If you're not part of our Facebook user group, I would highly recommend to join that. You can also keep track of us on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. We are actively in our partnership with Canva, and we're doing all kinds of things with them, including our Square Camp that's coming up in October. So we're going to have some sessions with Canva there where they're going to be presenting. We have the fantastic Amy, who is going to be doing a lot of sessions with us. So we're super excited for that. And yeah, if you are a Canva creator as well, I don't know if I come back. There you go. They always love to see your things as well. So if you are creating things on Canva, feel free to share them on social media and tag Canva with the hashtag Canva Love. I know they love to see all of the things that educators are creating. It just continues to add, ideas to others and just to that community as well of the ways that educators are using Canva every day in their classrooms.
Oh, for sure. And like we promised earlier, if you want some really quick access to sign up and get that free education account, go right ahead and scan that QR code in the bottom left-hand corner of Ivana's screen. And then make sure you click to either get verified for an individual, such as yourself, or if you're a district admin or a tech admin at your school and you want to go for a district-wide, a domain level free licensing, go ahead and click Schools, Contact Us. It might take a couple of days for verification, but once that verification comes through, you're going to be unlocking tons of potential within your Canva account. And really, then you're going to be able to express yourself in ways that you weren't able to before inside of ParentSquare. All right. So just so that you know, we have all kinds of support. We have training inside of ParentSquare. If you're brand new to Canva as well, please know that there are a million different resources specifically designed by Canva for education for teachers, students, and admin as well. Okay. Well, great driving, Ivana.
Thanks.
I think now is the time that we're going to open it up. Does anyone have any questions for myself, for Ivana?
I am going to jump in and just say, as I promised, I know that sometimes having the pressure taken off that it's being recorded helps you ask the questions that you may have. So I'm going to stop recording at this time, and we invite you to put your questions in the chat or to unmute yourself and ask them.